Welcome to a new channel. Welcome to Travels from Glastonbury. In the next few days, you're going to see a few videos launched on this channel. I've just got back from a visit to Sweden and Copenhagen, which will be my first contribution. But first, while I was in Sweden and Denmark, the wonderful Jeff Kellison retired and began his epic journey home across the United States on an Amtrak train. And I said to Jeff, I said, while you're travelling home, record your thoughts. Let us know what it feels like. It's the end of an era, the beginning of an era. Let us know what you did. And so he's just sent me the film you're about to watch, and I'm here to tell you it's the best film I think Jeff's ever produced. I would be proud to have made it myself. So I'm going to hand you over now to Jeff while he tells you what it's like travelling across America, having just retired. See you on the next one.
Tonight was 19 years in the making. I have finally retired, and I'm about to start my journey home, which will take 3 days. I'm sitting here waiting for the cab to come right now, and then it's going to be a lovely trip across the United States, home. As I begin this trip on the train going home, I sit in my chair looking out the window, and I wonder where all the years have gone. 19 years. I've worked for this company, and I am going home for the last time. My RV is at home waiting for me. It's full of gas. The batteries have been slowly charging with the solar panels on the roof, and it should be all ready to go. All the way across America, across the rolling plains, the vast openness, from Omaha all the way to the West Coast. I think of all the loves lost, all of the friends that I haven't seen in years, all of the promises that I made myself over the years working in the Midwest, all of the unfulfilled dreams and aspirations. And now I sit in this chair and my trip begins. I am in Denver now, and within a few moments I will see the Rocky Mountains in the distance. Home is getting closer. As I cross the little creek that flows through Denver, I think about the time that I was hauling kitchen cabinets, and while they were unloading the cabinets, I was feeding the carp bread. The carp in that little creek are massive. You'd have to see them to believe them. They say on the radio that this is the last summer day, and that in the next few days they will be getting their first snow of the season in Denver. So there's lots of bikers and walkers out as I pass through town. It's wonderful to be headed west. It's wonderful to smell the trees, to see the horses. It is an amazing thing to travel by train, to be able to just watch the country go by you. Soon I will be passing by some of the barns that I filmed when I did the video about barns. That was one of my favorite videos. There is a crispness in the air Even if I had awoken from a long sleep like Rip Van Winkle, I would still know that fall is in the air. Up ahead now, I can see the Rocky Mountains, and I slowly start to climb, and we are approaching the first tunnel, the first of dozens of tunnels that I will pass through. And when I come out on the other side, I will be in the Rocky Mountains. I will be able to smell the trees, and there will be a new excitement in the air. Something that I can't explain, but I feel as I get closer to home. This is the first of dozens of switchbacks where you can see the train ahead of you as you go around a bend. The rock formations, the geologist in me, I start thinking about my gold pans and my sluice box. I start thinking about the next adventure in my life ahead of me, how much different my life will be. As we head up into the mountains, I think about Gabriel, and I think about the fact that he really hasn't ever been on a mountain, and I'm gonna pass dozens of them today. As we roll along, I am angry at myself. I think about the fact that I had worked for a company for 19 years and I vehemently hated it. And as we travel along, I sit here and I think about that it's sad, that how horrifically sad it is that a person could put that much time of their life in something and the only thing that they could get back from it was the money. I think to myself that there had to have been, or there should have been more, there should have been a certain amount of fulfillment that came from it. And for me, there is none. I wish I could describe the smell of the trees. It is truly amazing. The smell of the mountains is something that you never forget. The trees, as the air gets thinner, soon we will cross the continental divide, and the rivers will flow in the same direction as they do when I'm home. It will feel more like home. As we're rolling along, I see an old schoolhouse in the distance, and I wonder in my mind what happened to the children that went to school there, what happened with their lives. And as we pass through groves of quaking aspens, I think of Ian, and I think how sad that it is that I couldn't have been here a couple of weeks before for him to see how truly beautiful they are in their fall foliage. The first bald mountaintop. As we approach the tree line, we will soon be going down the other side. Anglers on a river which will soon be the drinking water for places like Los Angeles and Phoenix and Tucson, Arizona. And I wonder what they're fishing for. Is it salmon? Is it steelhead? Sea run cutthroat? I wonder what is their quest. We are about to enter Glenwood Springs Canyon, which is one of the most beautiful places on earth, and it has Interstate 70 going through it And it is the most expensive highway per mile on the planet. It costs literally millions of dollars every year to maintain it and to keep it open for traffic. It is something to see. It was built by an architect who envisioned a road that would hang unsuspended. And I'm not exactly sure that his vision of what he had in mind was realized, but it is something to see. I did a video about it a year ago or so, and it's quite a story. Glenwood Springs. The rivers are flowing west now. We are over the Continental Divide. And I sit in my seat and I think of the endless jobs I have to do when I'm home, getting my RV organized and putting all my stuff away. And you ask yourself, where do I begin? Where do I begin? We are in Colorado now. We will soon be crossing over into Utah, and we will climb mountains once more before we settle out on the plains just before the Humboldt River, and then we will enter into Reno, and the train will turn north on its final leg. I sit here and I look out the window and I wonder about the future. This will be the last segment of my life. I was born, I was a child, I was a teenager, I was an adult. Now I will be a retired person. Not exactly sure I was ready for that, but here I am. I wonder what's ahead for me. I wonder what the future will bring. I've already lived longer than my father. It'll be a few more years before I am as old as my mother was when she died, but by the time my mother was my age, she already had dementia symptoms. We look back now and we know that her confusion and her irrational thoughts was the precursor of what was to come. As we travel down this river, my thoughts are of the one-armed explorer, John Wesley Powell. He had lost his arm leading a charge during the Battle of Shiloh during the American Civil War. And after the war, he was an Indian scout. And he was the first person to travel down this river, mapping it, making diagrams. He was paving the way for people after him to settle this area of America. He was truly an amazing person. The river was different than before. The dams were built and the diversion channels. It was wild and dangerous, and many, many times he nearly drowned or was killed by Indians or starved. Makes you wonder what he was thinking. But he is an American hero, or he was. The site of a unbelievably large landslide that they had several years ago, and from the look of things, they are still there repairing the damage. I would have liked to have been there afterward to do a little gold panning. The geology of Colorado is truly something to see if you ever have the ability to come here. The majesty of the mountains, the clear blue skies, the stars at night are absolutely unbelievable. The sky is endless. It is something to see. And Glenwood Springs Canyon is truly something to see. It is an amazing thing. I'm not quite sure that it approaches the grandeur that the person that designed the highway system that goes through it had in mind. But it is something to see. We are entering the last canyon, one of the last bends in the canyon. We will soon be on the flat plains of eastern Utah, and things will begin to look even more familiar. We are almost home. As I sit here and we travel along, I think about what is home. I believe I have told the story before that my father worked in construction. We moved around a lot. I went to 13 schools in 12 years. One year I went to 4 different schools the same school year. I ask myself every day, what is home? I guess I'm just going home to things that are more familiar. I guess I'm just going home to an ocean that the river sets on and where rivers run west.
Oh, yeah.
I guess where the storms come from the west and go east across the mountains. I guess it's maybe for me it's the predictability. The fact that you know that the first snow will be in October and that the rains will end in May. I guess for me that's what it is, the familiarity. I don't know. Very soon we will be passing the area where the astronauts trained, because they said that it was most like the craters of the moon. And then we will begin to see the orchards of eastern Utah. And soon the sun will set, and tomorrow I will be home.
It's not too much. It's really pretty, but it's noisy.
Home, and this is where the next part of my life will begin. I will step off the train here, and from this moment on, my life will be truly different. Remember, everyone, be good to each other, do good deeds, think good thoughts, and I will see you on the next adventure.